Going live, and you are live. Okay, so let's see. Oh, I don't see myself. There's always that. Doesn't even come up in there. Am I on it? Oh, okay, finally, I'm on it. So, hey, what's up, traders? Welcome to ForexG. My name is George, and we got these. Today is the Daily Forex Analysis for 20th of April 2020. So I'm going to go through with the 4 currency pairs, and I'm going to analyze them one by one. So we're going to start with the Euro against US dollar, followed by Australia against US dollar. And the third currency will be British pounds against Japanese yen. And lastly, we're going to have US dollar against Canadian dollar. So I'm going to analyze what I'm looking for and what are the potential trades I'm looking for, like the entries, targets, and the stop losses. I'm going to go through all of that. And I'm going to discuss all that, and if I think anything worth mentioning, I'm going to mention that too. Of course, if you have any questions, just pop it in the chat box on your right. And also, if you have any currencies you want me to have a look at these, just let me know in the chat box on your right. So I'm going to have a look at them slightly bit later. Then for now, we're going to jump into the start analyzing the euro against US dollar. So let's go to the trading view. So I pulled up this. I forgot to pull up the pen. Where is this pen? Oh, here. So it's normally useful to have it if I want to draw it. The other ones, it does not really. It's not really good. So I want to start analyzing for the euro against US dollar, and this is the daily time frames. So as we can see up here. For the day trade opportunity, okay, this one is loading still. Let me just give it a couple of seconds. Okay, we got this one up. So let's go to these charts. I think I see a trend line in here, and let's draw a trend line. See how it's gonna go. Okay, this one does not look as good. Let's have a look at this one here. Okay, it's kind of. Okay, it's kind of goes. Okay, it doesn't want me to put it in here. I don't know why. Okay, so we got this day trend line in here, and price is it's more of a downtrend in here, but I think it has a bit more strength to come up. Maybe even okay, this has been already tested. It has I see a bit more strength in here, but overall my view is towards downside. For this one, we need to go to the shorter time frames. I know the big trend is we're looking for the downside rather than upside, but we need to go and drill down to the shorter time frames. Let's jump into the 4-hour time frames and have a look at in there if this computer does let me to do that. This is so annoying. Yeah, it takes time. I don't know, sometimes it takes such a long time to load. I did check the internet and it's working pretty well, so I don't know why it's going so slow. It was fine earlier. Obviously, I'm live streaming, but it should have been fine. Okay, that's why I don't like this external. It's very dependent on this. Alright, okay, so we're gonna wait for this one to load. I don't think it's gonna let me to cut this one out. It's gonna be for okay, let me just do okay, no, it's coming. Is it coming? Come on, people are waiting. I'm in a trade, so I'm gonna mention that in on this live trading in here. There, I made the video about a couple of hours back. It's about the self-awareness. So briefly touching the self-awareness part, which I already uploaded the video. I also briefly touched it yesterday on my yesterday's video about the self-awareness, and today I've seen the opportunity to. I have a trade on the US dollar against Japanese yen, so I've seen the opportunity to go a bit more details about the self-awareness. I think it's very underrated. So I wanted to still go into a bit more details, and I'm gonna make a bit more videos and go more into details about the self-awareness. I do think that it's like deciding factor if you're going to make money in trading or not. Self-awareness is pretty much the same as the trader mindset. It comes to the self-awareness. That's what the trader mindset is. And I'm going to upload I'm gonna upload that video probably later in the evening today. I want to still have a look at this video, see if it's good or not. Just had a brief look at it, but I do think you're gonna find it valuable. So that will be later. And finally, this one loaded. So we have this. This is a 4-hourly time frame. So jumping into the 4-hourly time frame. The only thing I don't like in here, we have this. So the price came down. It took out this low here. And we can see it took out, and it had the retracement. It came back down again and then took out this low down here, and then we had this reaction towards upside, and now it's kind of chopping around on this zone. We can see that it's chopping around. So this is the only thing I don't like to see. So I want to see a bit more for this currency. I want to see a bit more maybe in the next hour for the currency to come down a bit more, maybe to even take out these lows and see how it's going to close. I want to see a similar candle like this one, a strong bearish candle. Then I would be looking for the retracement to get onto the short play. And let's have a look at the. Let's go to have a look at the 1-hourly time frame, see what we have it in there. But I definitely want to see a bit more downside before I get onto the short side, because we are chopping around in here right now, and I don't want to wait and get chopped around, because this is the only day trade opportunities, and price might just move around and don't do much. So that's why we want to see. We want to wait and see how the price gonna react. But I want to see for this one to come down to this low. Okay, this is being a bit of a pain because it's not really loading. I don't know why, because on my MetaTrader 4 it's working perfectly fine. It doesn't have any problems to load, but on the trading view it's just being such a pain. It's not even loading anything. I don't like this one. It is such a pain. Okay, I'm gonna switch probably to the MetaTrader 4. I don't know why it's being such a pain in the neck. Okay, that's being really slow. I'm gonna switch to the MetaTrader and start doing from there. Let's go to the euro against the US dollar. So I'm gonna switch to the MetaTrader 4 because it's being too slow, and overall I would be already most likely clicking out to look for another video rather than just wait for this one. It's just such a pain. So again, 4-hourly time frame, we see, okay, now the price is coming up. The one thing we have this, so we got this weekly pivot in here which has not been tested yet. So I do want to let's go to the 1-hourly time frame, see we have a bit of a clearer view. So the price came down, it didn't quite manage to take out this low down here. Now it's coming back up, but the overall I'm looking for the short side play. Maybe the price is heading to, okay, it's already came out, tested this high here. I do want to see a bit more downside before I get onto the short side. As we can see that the price came and left this 1-hourly doji in here, and then now it's kind of going up, but I do want to see a bit more for the most likely in the next hour. So let's say something like this one, then I will be looking for the short side place. So I want to see the price coming down, and I want to see a nice close. I don't want to see that the doji candle, it doesn't look nice. And so for the retracement part, we would be looking at about, this one sounds good, 108.50 if the price comes down, no, 108.50. So if the price comes down about 108.40, this euro dollar, it should be fine. 108.55. Let's give it a 108.55. That's 10 pips is too close, so I want to give it about 15 pips retracement. So if the price comes down at 108.40 zone, and then have a retracement to these 108.50 to 55 zone, ideally I want to give it a 15 pips retracement. Then we'll be looking to get onto the short side, and if we enter at 108.55 as of this stop loss goes, stop loss will be 15 pip stop loss. So we're looking for a 15 pips stop loss, and if you want to give 20 pips you can, because you're gonna be less likely to get stopped out. The reason why we have this high is pretty close in here, so if you give 20 pips it will be just above this this high here, and well, we'll be close to this high here, so there will be less chance to get stopped out. Now let's have a look at the targets. 108.55 as of the entry. We would be looking, because it's been already came down and tested it, so we will be looking 107.90. 107.90 is on, what is this daily S, the weekly S? 107.90, 107.90. So we will be looking at 107.90. So if we get onto the 50, it's 08.55, we would be looking about 65 pips, and as of the, if we're risking 20, yeah, you can go with the 20 pip stop loss. It's gonna be more than 1 to 3 risk reward. So as of this one goes, this is pretty easy. We just need to wait on the next hour or two, see how the candle is gonna perform. It's more like in the 1 hourly time frames. Yeah, now it doesn't show that much strength, but because we still have 45 minutes before this 1 hour candle is closed, I do want to wait and see what's going to happen. Okay, let's jump into the next. Okay, this one is too slow, so I'm going to just close it because it's been such a pain. Okay, Australian dollar against a US dollar. Let's go to the AUDUSD. Let's go to the AUDUSD. Okay, Australian dollar against US dollar. So on this one, it's been a bit choppy. As we can see, this is a 4-hourly time frame. Let's see what we have. On the daily time frame, the price is pushing higher. We had this for the last week. I think it was 15th, which is, well, Wednesday. We had this nice bearish candle, and then the price is now, since then, kind of pushed a little bit up, and then it's been chopping around for the last couple of days. Because of the 4-hourly time frames, we see the exactly the same picture. So because the price is being in the choppy range, I do want to see either breaking up or it's gonna break down. This is a 1-hourly time frame now, and we can see that the price is pretty much sitting at this tight zone, which I don't particularly like. So let's see. So either price gonna want to go and break this zone or come down and break this zone down here. And for now, it's more like this is more like a waiting game, and yeah, sit and wait and practice your patience really. So let's look at this. What we can do. Let's go a bit closer. Okay. So my bigger, the longer view is more towards upside. It's still looking strong, even though we are on this sitting on this trend line in here. It tried to break it, but it could not. We can see we had this reaction towards downside with this bearish candle, and now it's kind of creeping back up, and then see what it's gonna do. So more of I'm looking for the upside, but I do want to see a bit more confirmation, a bit more strength coming in before I get onto the long side. So I do want to see the price coming. So right now it's sitting at 63.53 zone. I do want to see a strength coming in. So in the next probably 2 hours or maybe 3, I do want to see a nice bullish candle. Maybe 2 candles, nice bullish candle towards upside, and if it closes nice and strong, similar to this one, then I will be looking for the retracement towards retracement downside before I get into the long side. But I do want to see a candle similar to this one before I take the trade towards the long side. So for now is waiting game for the next an hour or 2 hours, see how it's gonna perform. I definitely want to see a break of this high here, and ideally let's see how it's gonna come up in here. If it does not show any strength, then I'm gonna wait and see if it's gonna come up to these highs, and if it doesn't show that strength again, then I want to see a break of these highs here, and then I will be looking for, this is kind of final phase to get onto the long side. So if it does not do that, then I'm gonna sit and wait. I can't really go through stop losses. It's really hard to anticipate in here stop losses, and yeah, because it's such so many variables in here that it's still on a developing stage, so you need to give probably a couple of hours and see how the candle is going to perform. So I can't really discuss like getting here if we get a trade let's say in here, and for the stop loss it will be very inaccurate in this case. So I do want to see and wait how it's going to do. I might do a daily forex analysis in the next few hours, depending if I'm going to have time or not. I started uploading a bit more videos daily now. I do upload maybe twice a day instead of once a day, so I might be covering more into a daily analysis as well as the other topics. So if I'm going to have time, I'm going to upload another video for, let's say, 2-3 hours. If there's more opportunities coming in and the trades are developing, then I'm going to do that. For now, this currency is still developing, so I can't really discuss the entries, and stop losses. And just to briefly recap, we're gonna want to see a strong close, at least up to these highs. If the candle doesn't close a strong bullish, then we're gonna wait if the price pushes up to these highs, and if again we're not gonna see any strong bullish candle, then we're gonna wait and see if the price gonna break this area here. So as of this one, it's still a developing candle, so it's not much of a deal in here to see. Let's go to British pounds against Japanese yen. Let's see, GBP. What is it? British pounds against Japanese. Oh, okay. It's going pretty quick. I was just looking at this 20 minutes ago, and this this one was closing as the hammer. Yeah, the hammer candle, and then now we can see this it's pretty much flying down, which is good. We're gonna wait. Let's go to daily time frames. Okay, it's going nicely. So I'm looking for this one to the more towards downside, even though it's been a bit choppy. Yeah, it's been choppy in here. We can see on a 4-hour time frame it's been up and down. For the targets, I will be looking down to these low here, 133.85. That's the reason why we need to we need a retracement. Otherwise, it's not going to be worth of taking a trade. In this case, the retracement. Okay, this came down pretty low now. Let's see what else we have. Okay, we have this high. That's not good. That's too far. Let's see how this one's gonna close in this hour. So in 40 minutes, when this candle is closed, if it closes like it is going right now, it's looking pretty decent. So if it closes something like this bearish candle, that's pretty good. And we're gonna look for the retracement. Most likely will be up here at 134.30 zone. We got these we got these highs here, so that's pretty good area to get onto the short side, and we're gonna run it down to let's get rid of that one. So 134.30, we're gonna run it to down this low 134.30 at 85. So 133.85. So we're looking, this is about 45 pips gain. And for the stop loss, let's look at the stop loss because they're important. If we go to here, 134, let's say 134.30, we're gonna look for 10, 20 pips. yeah, we're gonna look for about 15 to 20 pips. Okay, 20 pips ideally. We're looking for a 20 pips stop loss on this one. So we're going to 133, 134.30, 20 pips stop loss, and we're gonna run it down to, as I mentioned earlier, 134. So choppy. 133.85. So we're looking at 55, risking 20. Gives us a 1 to 2.5 risk reward. If you take 15 pips stop loss, then actually I wouldn't advise to take the 15 pips stop loss because this currency moves too much. So 15 pips is going to be too risky on this particular occasion. So 20 pips. We'll be looking about 1 to 2.5 risk reward is still good. I might actually leave it to run maybe down to this weekly S1. See where we got the daily S1. Okay, we got the daily S3 down here. So daily S2, but I think I'm gonna leave it daily S2. I want to see a bit more downside, so I might leave it just a daily S3 as of the target. But you can run it to what was it? The target was 133.85. No, daily S3 is down here. What? 395. So this is a bit further down. So I can run it. So the target's going to be either 133.85 as of the 1 to 2.5 risk reward, which is justifiable completely, but I'm going to leave it down to the weekly S1 if it sets up, obviously. But I'm going to leave it to a weekly S1 down here. So if it's going to turn around and stop me out, that might just as well be it. I'm willing to take that risk because the risk reward is not as good as I want to be. Which is 1 to 3 RR, which I normally take. So this is 1 to 2.5. But again, I'm not saying that 1 to 2.5 is not good. Anything 1 to 2 or above is very good. It just my strategy and my setups. That's how it works. I take 1 to 3 at the very minimum risk reward. But 1 to 2.5 is very good. So as of this said, we already covered this one. Actually, let me put the. But don't forget to wait until this candle is closed. This 1 hourly candle is closed. So it's still got about 35 minutes before this candle is closed. So don't jump into it. Don't rush it because the patience is gonna pay out. So 33.30. Let me put the marker. See if it's just to get notified, and then I'm gonna add it to. Okay, so this one done, and for the following currency, we got US dollar against Canada. US dollar against Canada. Okay, Canadian dollar is going nicely. Okay, let's go into the daily time frame. As of the daily time frame, and we're gonna drill down to a shorter time frame. It's more of a downside, even though we have this nice daily bullish candle for as of the short terms. Concerned, I'm looking for a downside at least. Let's see. Let's drill down to the 4 hourly time frame. We have this. Okay, this candle on a short term is looking more down, so I would hold on to the downside rather than upside. But as of the bigger trend, okay, bigger trend is up, so we're gonna hold it for the short term on this short-term trading. So we let's see what's the stop losses. So I do want to see the price is already coming down, which is nice, but I do want to see break of this low here. I want to see break of this, and we also have this spike. So price, I want to see a nice close on the bearish side. Then I need to see a retracement, and from after that I will be getting into the short play on this particular option. Let's see. So if the price comes down to this low at 140, about 140.52, and closes. The close is important. It has to close the. I want to see close of this candle. So again, this is good. 35 minutes before this candle is closed. So when this comes down and closes nicely, then only then we're gonna look for the retracement and short side play. So I do want to see for this one to come down at the very minimum at 140.55 and a strong close. Then we're gonna look for the retracement. Most likely gonna be up to this area at 140.67, where we got this this low down here. So we got this price. This lows down here should be good enough for the to get onto the short side. It's not the ideal setup though. I do want to mention that it's not the great setup, because it's still, I see that it has a strength, even though it's kind of pushing it down, but it does have a strength because we do have strong moves. We have this daily, not daily, but 1 hourly bullish candles. Then it lost the, it has this down retracement, and we kind of regained all of it back and came up to this daily R1, and now it's having a reaction on this daily R1 and also these highs here. So now it's coming down, so that's why I want to see a bit more strength towards downside before I just jump into the short trade. So for the look at the entries and stop losses. So let's say the price came down at 140.55 at the very minimum, ideally 140.50, and then we're gonna have a retracement towards to this zone up here, and that zone is at 140.67 roughly. So if we enter at 140.67, the stop loss is gonna be stop losses. Okay, we were looking 20 pips stop loss on this one. So the 20 pip stop loss on that, and for the target is gonna be tricky. So 140.67, and the target. Let me go closer, because I don't want to run this trade too long, because of the bigger trend is still looking towards bullish side than the bearish side. That's why I don't want to leave it too long, because it's just a matter of time before the continues and joins the bigger trends. At least that's how it looks like at the moment. So for now, as of the, that's a bit risky. Okay, let's leave it up here. So if we take 140.67, and then okay, I'm gonna hold it down to these this lows down here, which is at 140.02 roughly. So that gives us almost a 65 pip reward, and we're gonna take a 20 pips stop loss. So we're still looking for a 1 to 3 risk reward. However, if you want to take a bit further up, then you can take it off at 140.15, because for this one, it's yeah, it might turn around when it comes down to these lows. It might turn around and continue to go higher. So that's why this could be a good, this will be probably the best one to take it off. But if you want to leave it a bit longer, then you can. So I'm going to leave it longer down to further down to 140.02 because of the risk rewards, and I know that it's going to work out for me for the long run. But you can take your target at 140.15, 140.20 as well. So down to these lows here, we got these highs. So 140. Let me look. We got also this one because we use spikes. Yeah, 140.15 at this level here. We got quite a bit of price action going on, so that will be a good area to target. But if you want to hold it a bit more, then you can hold it down to this 140.02. But the chances of the price coming down to this low is slimmer than if you're going to take your profits off down to this area. So it's about 15 pips before my target's going to be. That's only in case if it's going to work out this trade or not. So we're looking, if you're going to take your profits off at 140.15, then it would be about 1 to 2, 1 to 2.5 risk rewards. But if you want to hold it further down at 140.02, then you will be looking at 1 to 3 risk rewards. So that's what I'm going to be looking. 1 to 3, I don't take any trades, anything less than 1 to 3, but again 1 to 2 or 1 to 2.5 is pretty good. Yeah, it is coming down now, so you're looking for now is nicely. We just need to wait for another half an hour and see the candle to close, and we want to see a nice nice bearish candle. So for now it's looking pretty good, but because we have another half an hour, it can change pretty quick. As of the news wise, it's not much going on as of the news wise today. So okay, it's been going on half an hour, and yeah, nothing for the news wise. It's not really let's just double check for the news. News. Okay, it's nothing on Monday, nothing major at least, so we are good. And we got the Australian dollar that's tomorrow at 6 a.m, so that's fine. And so no questions, and I will be signing out. It's already been going half an hour, which is more than enough, so I don't want to make it anything longer than that. So that will be it, guys, for now. This is the 4 currency pairs I analyzed. If you have any questions later on, you can leave it in the comment section below, and then I will answer them. I do monitor my YouTube. So this will be it, and I'm making this daily Forex analysis Monday to Friday at 8 a.m. UK time as of live. So if you want to interact with me, just come back on the 8 a.m. tomorrow. And if you've got any questions, you can just ask me on the chat. And I will see you guys tomorrow at 8 a.m. on UK time, and that will be it. So I'm gonna signing out, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. This internet is not cool. It's taking too long time to sign out.